A day to remember. It was Tuesday, December the 22nd, 1998. I was awakened and had hoped that it would not still be as warm and like a summer day here in the middle of winter. After all, it was officially the first day of winter. As I looked outside, gray and white clouds whirled and billowed, forming many different shapes, and I knew that this day would not be like the last few days had been. I watched the wind blowing the bare, outstretched tree limbs to and fro. I looked up at the clouds again. They were not the kind of clouds that suggested rain, but perhaps snow, and most definitely much colder weather. For the first time this season, I began to feel the Christmas spirit in the world around me. Yes, the first day of winter had promises of being special, but little did I know just how special it would be. A group of 7 dear friends had invited me to a Christmas breakfast at a restaurant in a nearby town. Most of us arrived at the same time, emerging from cars carrying shopping bags loaded with beautifully wrapped gifts to be shared later. What a wonderful sight it was as we hugged each other with the kind of warmth that made us almost forget the cold wind and the hovering gray of the clouds. Our waitress must have been hand-picked just for our group. She shared in all of our joyful laughter, and her service to us was perfection. I thought, what a special person she must be. Her name was Charlie, and in her very early 20s, and I made a mental note of her unusual name. She stood patiently while we had a blessing. I felt as though we were removed from the worries and stress of the Christmas season and living the moment as Christmas should be. There were several small groups in the area where we were sitting, and they seemed to be caught up in our joyful spirit, enjoying our fun at a distance. As we prepared to depart, Charlie approached our table and requested our tickets, stating that she had made a mistake on one of them. It was quite a while before she returned, and again I mentally noted that she did not appear to be one who would make 8 mistakes all at once. When she returned, she apologized for the delay, and with uncertainty for words, she proceeded to explain. A man observing us from a nearby booth had asked Charlie for our tickets and did not want us to be approached again until he had left the restaurant. He had paid the bill for our entire group. Immediately, we asked our waitress if she knew him. She assured us that she had never seen the man before. While pondering this glorious event, we decided to spread our blessing a little further. We gave the money to Charlie, which was intended for the payment of our breakfast. None of us were prepared for what happened next. Charlie asked us to wait a moment before leaving. She thanked us, and then, with trembling voice and tears in her eyes, she shared this with us, the numbers of times that she had considered quitting her job because so many customers were rude, unappreciative, and sometimes downright cruel. It's people like you who gives me the courage to continue, she said. This young lady from a broken home, apparently on her own, felt free to share some of her most innermost feelings with us. When I left home that Tuesday morning, I wondered why we had changed from our usual traditional eating place. I also wondered later why we were seated where we were. As we entered the restaurant, God, in His infinite wisdom, had our day all planned, touching each one of us with His everlasting love, and allowed others to share it with us. In return, we were blessed, and He allowed us to share our blessings with someone else. God promised there would always be a remnant of Christmas among the Jews in Israel. I sometimes feel as Charlie feels. Where are the remnants in our beloved America? O ye of little faith, Do you doubt God had a hand in this special and unusual day?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.